Welcome to the John and Heidi Show podcast.
John and Heidi.
Here's John and Heidi.
Today is a special day, Heidi. Do you know what today is?
What is today, John?
I thought you'd never ask. It is Wednesday, September the 29th. We have National Coffee Day landing today.
I
Guess
do enjoy coffee.
how I'm celebrating.
Probably with some coffee.
Yeah, exactly. National Women's Health and Fitness Day. Guess how I'm celebrating?
Probably not.
I'm not really, because I'm not a woman. But for those of you who are women, you can celebrate National Women's Health and Fitness Day. And I'm super honored to say today is National VFW Day. Great group of people
It
right
really
there.
is.
So if you happen to know somebody who is in the VFW, be sure to reach out to them and
Yeah.
wish them a happy VFW Day. Tomorrow is a big day. Tomorrow is the day, I believe, the day the James Bond movie comes out. Pretty darn sure.
Oh, that's right. I forgot there was a new one.
Yeah, a new one. I believe it hits the theaters tomorrow. David Zoriski is my guest today, so hopefully that all stays on track because that's the reason I chose to have him on today. He is with The Bond Experience. We'll chat all about that in a bit.
Addiction. It's not a pretty thing. Addiction can lead to many problems in your life. Addiction can drive away those who love you the most. And addiction can lead to the loss of jobs, relationships, and even your life. Don't let addiction tear your life apart anymore. Get the help you need to defeat addiction and put the pieces back together in your life. Learn more at timeforrehab.com. They want to help. Timeforrehab.com. That's timeforrehab.com.
Now, surveys and studies and such brought to you by BetterCreditCards.com. Researchers from Penn State warned that social distancing and remaining 6 feet away from other people is not enough to stop the spread of any viral airborne aerosols like COVID while indoors. The recent study concludes that even 6.5 feet might not be far enough.
So don't come into contact with anybody and be miserable for the rest of your life.
Well, they're saying you need to be a little further away. I don't know exactly how far away, but
Lord.
I've got a link to the story if you want to calm down, Heidi. I got a link.
I'm not the only one that's sick of this.
I know. Hey. Take a
Okay.
breather
All right.
here. I have a link to that in the show notes if you want to see it. And a new study shows women are nearly half of the new gun buyers.
Yeah, baby.
So almost half of the guns sold right now are going to women. So I happen to know a woman. She happens to be in this room who happens to be, but you're not a new gun buyer.
No, but I did buy
I
a
can
new
tell
gun.
you, she's got more guns than me. Thanks for listening to the John and Heidi Show.
Do you have a credit card? We'd like to help you get a better credit card. If you don't have any credit cards, we'd like to help you too. At BetterCreditCards.com, we have credit cards that offer different things for different people. Some cards offer points. Some cards are designed to help you build your credit. BetterCreditCards.com wants to help you get a better credit card, no matter what you're looking for. See if we can help you find a better credit card at BetterCreditCards.com. That's BetterCreditCards.com.
This is your Brain on Drugs, brought to you by TimeForRehab.com. I want to remind you, addiction is no laughing matter. If you or somebody you know needs help, that is why we do this program, to be sure to shine the light on TimeForRehab.com. 25-year-old Florida man, best day of his life, turned out to be not such the best day of his life. This was his wedding day.
Okay.
Keep in mind, his wedding day. 25-year-old Florida man arrested for DUI and for leaving the scene of an accident after he was driving the wrong way down a street and crashed into another vehicle on his wedding day.
Oh, man.
That is a bad
That's
way
unfortunate.
to get things started. I hope he gets the help he needs because that is a terrible, terrible, terrible way to start a marriage. So, again, he was arrested on his wedding day. So that is a bad plan. Don't
Never
ever
drive drunk.
Don't ever drink and drive. It's
Especially
never,
on your wedding day, I guarantee you he had a lot of people who would have
people would've.
loved to have driven
Absolutely.
him wherever he wanted to go.
Yeah, it's what happens when your brain is on drugs.
John and Heidi.
Now, big screen, little screen, brought to you by ChannelSurferTV.com. Disney's Who Framed Roger Rabbit ride is making Jessica Rabbit a private eye as part of the reboot of Disneyland's attraction. Jessica Rabbit, for those of you who don't know, is from the Robert Zemeckis Academy Award-winning film known as Who Framed Roger Rabbit, and is one of the most well-known animated sex symbols, they say. So isn't this a weird time for that to be coming back? I just think that seems really odd.
But are they trying to
I
make
don't know.
her so much not
I'm not sure.
a sex symbol if they're kind of changing
that
her
could
up
be.
a little bit?
That could be. Folks on multiple social media
Probably have her
outlets.
wearing Crocs. And
Would you stop it? Multiple social media outlet accounts are complaining about celebrities who were maskless at this year's Emmy Awards.
Yeah.
Funny thing is, the ratings were really low, so there's people who are going, okay, did you even watch it? And now it's being reported that the upcoming Sopranos movie, The Many Saints of Newark, had a scene of Edie Falco as Carmela Soprano, but the scene was deleted. So I'm not sure why. That just seems really weird. That is Big Screen, Little Screen, brought to you by ChannelSurferTV.com.
At WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com, we help you get ready for all the fun holidays throughout the year with fun, silly, and just plain weird gift ideas for your friends. If you have a friend who has a bizarre sense of humor, we've got a gift for them. WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com posts a link to something that will make you smile each and every day. Whether you buy these weird gifts or not, it's worth checking out just for a smile. WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com. That's WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com.
Now your scoop of the day comes your way, courtesy of BetterCreditCards.com. TikTokers, it's people that are on TikTok,
yes.
are now trading stocks based on what members of Congress are doing. So they're watching what Congress is doing,
yeah.
and they're going, oh, hey, let's, and then they're like chatting back and forth through TikTok, going, oh, I think this would be a good time to buy this and buy that.
Yeah, well,
So-
Congress seems to be making a lot of money doing it. You might as well jump right on there with them.
Interesting stuff. Taco Bell in the news. Two stories, but it's really kind of the same story. Taco Bell is launching a monthly taco subscription service.
What?
that's
Like
the
they'll
end of-
bring it to you?
So, well, no, let me explain. Taco Bell has created a subscription service app that would allow you to get tacos every day for $5 a month. So you pay for this app, and then you got to remember to go there every day to get your tacos. Otherwise,
Every
you're
day
just
for
paying.
$5 a month.
Apparently. So again, they're probably banking on the
Wow.
fact that you're going to not feel like tacos every day. But they don't know some of us. they will discontinue this by the end of the year. South Korean boy band BTS was invited to perform at the UN General Assembly. So that's kind of interesting. Meghan Markle is in the news, which, again, I just want to make sure that we respect her privacy. She wants to stay out of
Wants
the
to be left
limelight.
alone.
But
Yeah.
she did put out this press release. Meghan Markle and Prince Harry are advocating for America to stop hogging the COVID vaccines. And they're
What?
encouraging them to ship the remaining supply to the third world.
Oh, they can have mine.
Many people online said exactly that. They're
Yeah.
like, oh, hey, you know what? I'm going to just do
Donate mine.
what Meghan and Harry. Now, here's why people are falling in line behind Meghan and Harry. Story number 2. Meghan Markle and Prince Harry. Isn't he former Prince Harry? I don't know. Either way.
I don't
We're
know.
named the world's most influential people on the cover of
right.
Time magazine. So they say, ship your COVID vaccines overseas.
great idea.
People
First
are
time
falling in
I've
line
actually
saying,
agreed
okay,
with
you know
them.
what?
Yeah.
I'm gonna let them do that. So I don't know if that's the case. All right, that is your scoop of the day. Comes your way, courtesy of BetterCreditCards.com.
Early to bed, early to rise makes you healthy, wealthy, and wise. This is a great quote from Benjamin Franklin. At InsuranceChicken.com, we know a thing or two about great quotes. We help people get great insurance quotes every day. It's super simple and free to find out if we can make you healthy, wealthy, and wise. Okay, I can't guarantee that, but I can assure you we'd love to help at InsuranceChicken.com. We want to help you peck out great deals on insurance. That's InsuranceChicken.com.
Thanks for listening to the John and Heidi Show on a Wednesday. Tomorrow is the big day. We've got a brand new James Bond movie coming out, and I have David Zarisky joining me right now from The Bond Experience. I'm excited to chat with him about all this cool stuff. Mr. Zarisky, how are you doing today?
I am doing great, John. How are you doing?
I am fantastic. I know tomorrow is a big day for a lot of James Bond fans, but for you, every day is a big day. You've got The Bond Experience. Tell me a little bit about this, and how did this get started?
All good questions. So the Bond Experience is a social media channel represented through all the social media channels, but mostly YouTube. And it got started probably around 2006, 2007, when I started to do blogs, and I did reviews of essentially items that represent the James Bond style. What do I mean by that? Suits, beautiful cars, locations, great food, wine, everything that Bond consumes. And as you know about James Bond, there's a lot of great things in his life. If you put aside the fact that he murders people and he's misogynistic, there's other good things.
Yeah.
And I started to write the blog, and somebody said, it'd be great if you put these on YouTube and actually video and hold them up and talk about them. And we started off doing a simple review of a peacoat that Bond wore in the movie Skyfall, a brand called Billy Reed, and overnight they sold over 800 of the coats we talked about. And these coats are about $900 each.
Wow, that is amazing. Those numbers are nothing to laugh at, are they?
No. We've had over 8.5 million views on YouTube and about 97,000 subscribers who basically, it's very interesting, they want a piece of the Bond lifestyle, but many of them, especially now during a pandemic, they can't travel. They may not be ready to get a Tom Ford suit, which could be $6,000. So we will often receive these items, review them, talk about them, and then wear them out in the wild at business meetings, et cetera, and just enjoy this, what we call invisible hobby, where if you're wearing a Bond sweater or a Bond watch, it's not like wearing a stormtrooper outfit.
Yeah.
Nobody says, oh, you're a Bond fan. It just blends in seamlessly.
Which works out perfectly because if you're James Bond, you want to blend right in.
Exactly. It's a bit of incognito and a wink and a nod and yet a celebration of an amazing franchise.
So what was it that first got you interested in James Bond, and how did you kind of come to become a big fan like this?
Oh, let me get comfortable on the psychiatric couch, because this is one of these psychiatric moments. I had a father who was extremely busy, successful entrepreneur, did not play catch in the backyard with me. However, my indelible memories of my father, who has since passed, was he would take me to Bond movies. He would have me watch them on reruns on TV. So I'm pretty sure that there is some sort of a synapse fire going on that I'm trying to recapture that moment with my dad. But it's grown over time where when I was a young executive, which I'm, believe me, no longer young anymore, I rekindled this love and connection with my father and Bond into my lifestyle as a young executive, wearing the clothes and capturing these moments in time. So
it was kind of a way for you and your dad to bond, if you will. And the fun thing is that was all about James Bond as well.
I'm going to use that tagline, but yes.
That's good.
Exactly.
So the thing that's really neat, there are probably a lot of other people that have similar stories to that, where however it was that they first became interested in this, whatever it was, sometimes 10 years ago, sometimes decades ago, it's something that's now just kind of a part of them. And the thing that's really neat about what you do with the Bond experience is you can help them find a way to make it a part of their daily life, even if they really want to.
Exactly that. And it's one of these things that it doesn't need to be an expensive moment. It could be a very small moment, choosing the right wine, looking down and having your coffee black with figs and yogurt, which, could be $4. But it is this moment that Ian Fleming created all those years ago and that we can capture in our daily lives. I think that's really cool. And if folks would like to follow along and find you, I see you're on YouTube and other social medias, but thebondexperience.com, that's kind of the homepage. Would that be the best place to start? That would be great to get to everything. Or if you go on YouTube, you could just look up The Bond Experience and witness over 650 videos.
That is really cool. David, thank you for your time today. I appreciate it a bunch.
John, thank you. This was a pleasure.
Again, David Zarisky. It is called The Bond Experience, Living Like Bond, One Moment at a Time. TheBondExperience.com.
Addiction. It's not a pretty thing. Addiction can lead to many problems in your life. Addiction can drive away those who love you the most. And addiction can lead to the loss of jobs, relationships, and even your life. Don't let addiction tear your life apart anymore. Get the help you need to defeat addiction and put the pieces back together in your life. Learn more at timeforrehab.com. They want to help. Timeforrehab.com. That's timeforrehab.com.
Fun fact for you, Heidi.
What's that, John?
A lethal dose of chocolate for a human being is how much? How many pounds of chocolate do you need to eat to die?
Oh, well, gosh.
22 pounds. Would you have guessed
in one
that?
sitting?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's 40 Hershey bars.
There's no way that's it.
They're saying if you eat 40 Hershey bars in one sitting,
you could die.
It could kill you.
I didn't even know that was a thing for
I'm just
people.
making sure we get this message out because Halloween is a month away. 40 Hershey bars in one sitting.
I don't think I could eat 40. There's no way. I would be so sick.
Yeah, I don't know. But they're saying a lethal dose of chocolate, 22
Although,
pounds.
what a way to go.
Yeah. He died the way he wanted to. Swimming in chocolate. All right. That is today's fun fact. Now you know. Thanks for listening to the John and Heidi Show.
Do you have a credit card? We'd like to help you get a better credit card. If you don't have any credit cards, we'd like to help you too. At bettercreditcards.com, we have credit cards that offer different things for different people. Some cards offer points. Some cards are designed to help you build your credit. Bettercreditcards.com wants to help you get a better credit card, no matter what you're looking for. See if we can help you find a better credit card at bettercreditcards.com. That's bettercreditcards.com.
Now, RadioTravelGroup.com presents a news headline from somewhere in this world. Dateline Spain. Spain's panda family grew with the birth of twin panda cubs.
Aww.
The twins were born at Madrid Zoo to their mother, Hua Zubia, and their father, Bing Zing, a pair of giant pandas on loan from China. The births took place with 4-hour difference on Monday morning. Conservative efforts include panda breeding in captivity have brought the giant pandas from the brink of extinction. The species is now listed as vulnerable, but no longer on the brink of extinction. There's about 1,800 pandas living in the wild in China and about 500 in captivity worldwide. So they're trying to bring the pandas back.
So when an animal is on loan from a country, you have to give that back then?
Yeah.
How does that work?
Yeah, they're like, hey, can we have these pandas for a while? And they're like, yeah, you got to feed them while you have them. And when you're done, don't you forget to send them back.
You got to feed them.
Something like that. I think next time we travel, we should have our dog Cassie on loan to somebody.
I like that idea because you know what? I bet China doesn't loan their animals out for free. I'm sure they're getting paid.
Oh.
So if we loan out our dog, they could pay us while we go on
wants to
vacation.
pay us to watch our dog? All right. Keep that in mind. Thanks for listening to the John and Heidi Show.
At WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com, we help you get ready for all the fun holidays throughout the year with fun, silly, and just plain weird gift ideas for your friends. If you have a friend who has a bizarre sense of humor, we've got a gift for them. WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com posts a link to something that will make you smile each and every day. Whether you buy these weird gifts or not, it's worth checking out just for a smile. WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com. That's WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com.
Now some weird news brought to you by WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com. According to the Washington State Police, a man and a woman are accused of carjacking vehicles from dealerships during a test drive. Here's what they were doing. This took place first on September 13th, and I think there were a couple of times they did this. A man and a pregnant woman scheduled a test drive at a dealership. On the test drive, with an employee in the car, the pregnant woman claimed to be nauseous. Can we please pull over? When they pulled over, the man punches the employee. The woman pepper sprayed him. Told detectives he claimed he had a gun, threatened to use it. Pair took off in a 2012 BMW X5. This is the second time they did this, by the way. Turns out the Honda that they drove to the dealership was stolen using the same tactics.
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah. It's a bad idea. Don't do that. You're going to get caught, and it's just going to be bad. I mean, how do you think you're going to get away with this? You won't. You just won't. It's Weird News, brought to you by WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com.
John and Heidi.
Now your moment of duh, brought to you by BetterResultsAdvertising.com. A man was arrested for allegedly shooting 3 people at his expected child's baby shower.
Oh, there you go. That's
Western
classy.
Pennsylvania fire station is where all this went down. Chaos erupted. 25-year-old suspect Isaiah Hampton got in a dispute with an unidentified woman who wanted him to transport the gifts from the party. The woman slapped him. He reportedly was being abusive. Then he shoved her, the complaint said. A trio of men tried to subdue him. That's when he pulled a gun and fired off 3 shots. A 23-year-old man, 19-year-old woman, and 16-year-old boy were struck by bullets. All 3 are expected to be okay.
Gosh.
They said they were trying to get this gun away from him. After the shooting, he fled the fire hall with his partner, but was caught nearby by police, charged with aggravated assault, reckless endangering another person. So, what a weird story. Who does that? Don't do that. It's a bad idea.
Super classy.
Yeah, it's today's moment of duh.
Early to bed, early to rise makes you healthy, wealthy, and wise. This is a great quote from Benjamin Franklin. At InsuranceChicken.com, we know a thing or two about great quotes. We help people get great insurance quotes every day. It's super simple and free to find out if we can make you healthy, wealthy, and wise. Okay, I can't guarantee that, But I can assure you we'd love to help at InsuranceChicken.com. We want to help you peck out great deals on insurance. That's InsuranceChicken.com.
Time now for Is It a Golf Course or Is It a Rehab Center? Brought to you by TimeForRehab.com. Heidi, are you ready?
I'm ready.
All right, how about this one? Prairie Ridge, Charles City, Iowa. Prairie Ridge. Is it a golf course or is it a rehab center?
That sounds like a golf course.
But what do you think it is?
Rehab center.
Good job, Heidi. Yeah! Talk about giving it to her. I'm showing pity on you, lady. How long has it been since you got one right? A swing and a miss. Another swing and a miss. Yeah, that does sound like a golf course, though.
It does.
But it is, in fact, a rehab center, and I'm glad that you guessed that, Heidi.
Thank
All
you.
on your own without any help from
Thank
anybody.
you so much.
That is how we play. Is it a golf course or is it a rehab center? Brought to you by TimeForRehab.com.
John and Heidi.
This portion of the John and Heidi Show is brought to you by the John and Heidi Show. That sounds kind of funny, but it's true. Go to your local radio station and ask them to start carrying the John and Heidi Show. Here's the best part. They can carry the show for free. They play a couple commercials, but it doesn't cost them anything every month. So if you know a radio station that could use a little bit of help, send them our way. Send them to johnandheidishow.com. Again, johnandheidishow.com. We would love to do a radio program in your community. Then you could listen to the podcast and listen to us on the radio.
John and Heidi.
We always like to wrap things up around here with good news, and I think this is good news. It comes your way courtesy of BetterCreditCards.com. We talked earlier in the program about some pandas that were getting it on and had a couple of twin babies.
We did.
This is a second cool story like that. 3 critically endangered orcas are pregnant. Yeah, 3 different pregnancies discovered in the southern resident orca's J-pod could help save the species. A southern resident orca represents the smallest of 4 resident communities within the northeastern portion of the North American North Pacific Ocean. You following any of this? 74 southern resident orcas is all we know of right now. But they say it's really exciting, and it is very significant that 3 of these orcas happen to be with child at the time. The use of drones has revolutionized everything. They say it supplies us with very high-resolution photographs. One can see the edges of the whales pretty well. They can measure their total length and shape, and of course, they can detect pregnancies fairly early. Researchers are hopeful that the 3 mothers-to-be will overcome the odds and help bring their species back from the brink. In most years...
Just me that thinks it's kind of creepy that they're checking out whether or not whales are pregnant with drones?
Yeah, probably. It's a little bit creepy. It says in most years, they have no reproduction at all. So to have 3 pregnancies all in the same year, they say this is exactly what this pod needs.
Well, maybe that's why nobody's getting any action. There's cameras following around all over. I certainly, if I was as big as a whale, I wouldn't want to be doing that on camera either. Just saying. Maybe a little bit of common sense here.
Heidi, you always make me smile. Time to say goodbye, baby.
Goodbye, Heidi.
All right. Oh, that's what I meant. Time to say goodbye, Heidi.
Goodbye, Heidi.
Goodbye, everybody. Have a great day. Thanks for listening. She's my wife, by the way. Thanks for listening to the John and Heidi Show.